the fuck?
See?
Y'all ready me? Wow. Yeah. But yeah, man. What's that with it? What's that with it, you hear me? We, oh, we tuned in, you hear me? I'm about to say. Yeah, we tuned in, you hear me? Welcome to that Jules Live, bitches. Back at it, you hear me? That, you know. Whew. Man, I'm still trying to figure out about this Lil Keed shit, you hear me? I'm still trying to figure out about this shit, man. Damn, rest in peace, Lil Keed, man. You know, late Friday night, I got the word, Jeremy. Early Saturday morning, around like 1 a.m. Sometime after 1 a.m., like 1:15 a.m. Saturday, I got the word through a source. You know what I'm saying he died. But that's all they keep saying. I'm on Fox5Atlanta.com right now. They still got the. I don't know if they had any updates. That's what I be checking for. That's why I don't leave the column, like the news column or whatever. Man, then right under that they talking about what the Rico mean and all that. Man, son, I'm still fucked up dog, cause I was just like last time I listened to dude was when he dropped that trap on Cleveland Part 3. And I was you know, I was a little I was a little underwhelmed by the delivery of the trap on Cleveland 3. And yeah, I did listen to 2 and 1. But one thing I could say consistently, you hear growth in this little dude music. Like you hear growth in this little dude music every project. Like dude was getting better and better and better and better. Then I see a social media post him doing little shit with the music, like trying this, trying that. Like Lil Keed did shit with an open mind, like musically. I don't know what his personal life was like at all, but when he got in that booth, he he was Lil Keed. God damn it, the first Lil Keed. He wasn't the next Thug, the next Gunna, none of that. He was the first Lil Keed. That dude blazed his own trail within that YSL record label, and Thug, stamped that from day one. You hear me? Of course, y'all seen the same video I seen. You hear me? When Thug listening to Lil Key music for the first time, he probably got signed right on the spot, like type shit. I don't know, but the way Thug was bumping that little dude shit when he was listening to his shit in that video, I would assume that he got signed right out the gate. Like Thug was on some yeah, cause the way Thug was bopping the whole video. That for that whole entire duration of that video, Thug was bopping. I don't even know if that was the whole video, but the little clip, the entirety of that little clip, it was like a 15, maybe 20 seconds. Thug really bumping, and but the key really bumping to a song of his, and that bitch was fired. You know what I'm saying? That little dude was getting ready to perform this weekend. You hear me? He had a show coming up in Cairo, Georgia. You hear me? Homie collaborated with several artists, including YSL Records Gunna, also from Atlanta, for a song called Fox 5. That was according to Fox 5 News, I mean Fox5Atlanta.com. man. But Lord, I said the same shit then, dog. Hey, boy, shit got funky. Shit got fucking funky. You heard me? Oh man. Let me see if I refresh the screen. No new updates yet. Yeah, but they got a quote unquote mass shooting, racially motivated mass shooting out in Buffalo. I seen the same shit on my local news website, airmanola.com. I'm gonna just start there. At least 10 dead in mass shooting at Buffalo supermarket by the Associated. Let me go to the Associated Press website. I was on this bitch all night and this morning looking up a whole lot of rap cases. Like, my mind went everywhere but basketball. Cause if it wasn't for all this shit, that's where my mind would have went straight to basketball. But damn, and yeah, I did. And side note, I did see the basketball games yesterday. I seen the Warriors finally close the door as they should have, like I said before. And who the other game was? Like, God damn, I feel bad. God damn, Shawty. Hold on, y'all. What they saying about gold? Bro, it's too much shit going on. I swear. Now I'm seeing Alvin Kamara goddamn trending on my Twitter. What the fuck is going on? Like, I don't even know what happened. If y'all want to come in right now, man, and let me know what's going on with Alvin Kamara. I already know about Jarvis Landry. Hey, like I said, another side note. I know that Jarvis Landry signed with the Saints. I know. I got that word the same day everybody else got it. The same time everybody else got it. But I'm trying to find if they could take me to Yahoo Sports. Yeah. Bucks cancel Game 7 watch party after 21 wounded and shootings near Pfizer. What the fuck? Damn. This is fucked up, yo. But yeah, my bad, y'all. Got caught up in sports a little bit. But I wanted to get the last night's scores. I wanted to get the scores from last night, though. Because, man, let me see something. Shit. Oh, scores and schedules. My bad, y'all. But I'm gonna get the camera. I'm gonna get a web camera soon, and I'll be able to like be more personal with y'all, like, cause I don't like doing this shit when you could just hear my voice and not see a nigga like live and living color. Which I ain't tripping. I ain't fucked up with it. It's cool. But look, let me see. Yeah, give me the shit from last night. Tatum put up 46. What the fuck? All right, yeah. So yeah, Boston won 108-95. They won 108-95, forcing the game seven, and Golden State closed it out 110-96. And Clay went off in that game. But niggas was telling me Memphis in seven. Nigga, no. You lost John Morant, Dylan Brooks got suspended, and Jaren Jackson playing too inconsistent. That's y'all problem. And Dylan Brooks was out, like rusty as hell to start the series anyway. So he ain't just started hitting the rhythm till last night. He finally got it in and put up and dropped 30 right quick. And bang with 25. Jaren Jackson, Mr. Inconsistent, 12 points. Some shit he did do consistently. He does defend well in the paint. Let me give Jaren Jackson Jr. his flowers now. The dude's a he dog. Like he said, he a 3 and D. He a 3 and D, like for real. He a real 3 and D. Like he gave you threes. He gave you blocks. You hear me? Threes and blocks. That's what Jaren Jackson was giving you. You hear me? I was just on his ass as hard as I was because like off the mic, I've been hard on Jaren Jackson Jr. Like if y'all follow me on Twitter, or if y'all know what be happening on Twitter, man, follow me at @dude_II. But anyway, like I was on Jaren Jackson ass, like you hear me? That was only because I know what he could do. Like you know what I'm saying? What no Ja Morant on the floor, like. To me, I didn't give them that excuse that they didn't have Ja Morant. The media said y'all play better without him. I ain't say that. That's what they said. I seen the record. They was 20 and 5 without him. And they 20 and 6 now. But the one game you did need him. But you know what I'm saying. But the score was closer than like. Let me see. Yeah, the scoreboard was closer than the final score indicated. Like they beat them by some buckets. But when Ja got hurt, I said, man, that dude not gonna be the same no more this series. He ain't gonna be the same no more this season. That's it. You hear me? But I was on but they're a young team though, you hear me? Even though I think Taylor Jenkins kinda was like shooting the team in the foot with a lot of his bullshit remarks. You gonna talk about you endorsing your locker room talking about breaking the code, but here you go. I mean, then they come out about Jordan Poole not being the reason that Ja Morant got hurt. You hear me? Not being the absolute sole reason he got hurt. Like when that video backs up Jordan Poole, Taylor Jenkins still on some bullshit. Then you throw Ja Morant under the bus saying he said that shit. Ja Morant realized his mistake in that tweet. You hear me? He didn't want to come off like he was bitching at the bare minimum. He didn't want to come off like no bitch ass nigga. And he realized you got to stay off Twitter when you mad, son. He a young nigga. He'll learn. You know, shit happens. It's the social media era. That's what happens. I ain't gonna shit on him so much for that. You hear me? Shit. LeBron ain't have social media when he started. Social media just was born a whole year. You hear me? Social media only been around 14 months by the time LeBron got drafted. And social media was only limited to goddamn AOL and YouTube. YouTube was the new thing on the block, you hear me? YouTube was the new app on the block at the time. But we definitely had no kind of like dexterity with the shit. We ain't had the nowhere near the range and dexterity and how we use YouTube back then as we do now. We didn't have that. We ain't had that kind of resources within the social media community back then. MySpace was just coming out. MySpace was just starting to come out. You hear me? I ain't start using MySpace till like 4 years after the fact. 4 5 years after social media came out. So I was still late to the party any fucking way. You hear me? But the whole point is that's just to put shit in perspective, you hear me? I guess a new day in the NBA, you hear me? And we in the social media era. It like shit taking off, you hear me, faster than ever by the day. So that shit gonna be around and it's gonna play a role in how these narratives get written, whether by the players or the media. You know, Brodum just said, you know what I'm saying, control your narrative. Like everybody now can do that, not just celebrities and athletes. Everybody can control their own narrative. Because last thing you want is somebody to be misjudging you off a couple of actions, positive, negative, or indifferent. It really don't matter. Like shit crazy to me. But y'all gotta let that chicken pop out. Excuse me. Back to that goddamn Lil Keed story though. I mean, back to the mass shooting shit in Buffalo. They said at least 10 people, according to Associated Press out of Buffalo, they said at least 10 people were killed Saturday afternoon in the shooting in a supermarket in Buffalo, New York. Law enforcement law enforcement officials told the Associated Press details on a number of additional people shot at Tops Friendly Market and their conditions weren't immediately available. Buffalo police said earlier Saturday afternoon that the alleged shooter, who wasn't identified, was in custody. Two officials spoke to the Associated Press were not permitted to speak publicly on the matter and did so on the condition of anonymity. Police officials and the spokesperson for the supermarket chain did not immediately respond to messages from the AP seeking comment. The gunman entered the supermarket with a rifle and opened fire, one of the officials said. Investigators believe the man may have been live streaming the shooting and were looking at whether he posted the manifesto online, officials said. The official cautioned the investigation was in its preliminary stages and that authorities hadn't yet discerned a clear motive, but were investigating whether the shooting was racially motivated. The supermarket is in a predominantly black neighborhood about 3 miles north of downtown Buffalo. The surrounding area is primarily residential with a Family Dollar store and a fire station near the store. Witnesses reported the gunman was wearing military-style clothing and body armor, one of the officials said. Braden Kephart and Shane Hill, both 20 years old, pulled into the parking lot just as the shooter was exiting. They described him as a white male in his late teens or early 20s sporting full camo, a black helmet, and what appeared to be a rifle. He was standing there with a gun to his chin. We were like, what the heck is going on? Why does this kid have a gun in his face? Kephart said. He dropped to his knees, he ripped off his helmet, dropped his gun, and was tackled by police. Police closed off the block and lined the parking lot with yellow police tape as spectators gathered. Mayor Byron Brown and Erie County Executive Mark Polonzars were at the scene late Saturday afternoon, gathered in the parking lot across the street from the top store and expected to address the media. Governor Kathy Hochul tweeted that she was quote unquote closely monitoring the shooting at a grocery store in Buffalo in her hometown. She said state officials have offered help to local authorities. The Erie County Sheriff's Office said on social media that it ordered all available personnel to assist Buffalo police. The shooting came a little more than a year after March 2021 attack at King Soopers grocery in Boulder, Colorado that killed 10 people. Investigators have not released any information about why they believe the man charged in the attack targeted the supermarket. Well, goddamn, the way it sound, quote unquote, the way it sound, shit, the way it sound, it would sound like a personal political agenda that white person carried out. Niggas, like not niggas, people, period, would do anything to fucking get a name, even if it meant somebody from one group of race, from one race group, come out to take out people from another group, or take out people from another race. This comes off as an isolated incident. Like they had their own point they was trying to prove, or they could have been full of drugs. But don't tell me that was no goddamn. Oh, this person was going through extreme mental illness and he was looking for help. I don't hear that shit. Y'all know how I feel about shit like that. Like some of these white racial killers been some of these white racist killers been going on catching time lately. You hear me? A lot of them been catching double digit numbers, like catching football numbers. You hear me? Like it is what it is. They catching football numbers now. You hear me? Like white people really getting a book thrown at them in a lot of these situations now, especially when they got proof on this and that. Now it's still some inconsistency in it's still a lot of inconsistency in the justice system, but let's applaud when the correct justice has been applied so far. In this situation, you just hope that the perpetrator or the killer get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. You would think, right? So it should be open and shut. But let the due process, handle itself. But that's why it's important to show love. You hear me? You don't know what the fuck people going through these days. You ain't got nothing good to say. Don't say shit. You don't know what the fuck people going through. You hear me? You could be right on what you said. You don't have to come off disrespectful. But if that motherfucker feel played, whoever it is feel played, be prepared to stand on business. It's sad to say, like, but you don't even know when you could offend somebody in this era now, because the sensibility to shit is just so heightened now compared to back then when I was younger. You hear me? I go back to what my grandma used to say. You hear me? You don't like you ain't got nothing good to say. Don't say shit. You hear me? Don't say a fucking thing. You hear me? And that's what I do. That's what I went back to doing. Not saying shit. You hear me? Unless we on social media, then I'm gonna say some shit. You hear me? But that ain't gonna be shit that I ain't gonna stand on. You hear me? Never say nothing you ain't gonna stand on. If anything in life. You hear me? You say some shit. You do some shit. Stand on that shit. You hear me? Even if you fuck up, stand on that fuck up. You hear me? Because if you did something right, guess what? You gonna stand on that too, right? So, eh, you hear me? You ain't had to pop. You ain't got to pop extra shit behind either side of the coin. What's important is that you own accountability and stand on your shit. You hear me? I think that's what. I think that was a reminder that I was served 24 hours prior. You hear me? But that's a whole nother story. Point being, man, it's important to show love. You hear me? Because you don't know what people going through. I'm not saying in this instance this was that kind of case. I never want to shoot nobody that kind of bill, but I don't know nothing, so I don't know what it be. It's just a general message I'm serving to the public. You hear me? I serve the base. I serve the base. It's my duty to give y'all nothing but the facts. You hear me? Ain't no cap in my rap in this hill. You hear me? Like, even when I did do rap songs, I never capped at none of my shit, you hear me? But you gotta know what the fuck, you gotta know what time of day it is, too. Like, as I'm segueing my way back into the rap shit, like, you got, like, in this era, man, we gotten too caught up with speaking facts, you hear me? Now we done took speaking facts to a whole nother level as a culture. Like, we done took speaking facts to a whole nother level. You got a you got a fucking a hip hop podcasting show called Big Facts. You hear me? Shout out Big Facts. You hear me? Shout out to DJ Scream, Baby J, Big Bank. You hear me? Big Bank Black. You hear me? OGs. You hear me? OGs, big dogs. Especially Scream. Scream a legend. He a legend in the music game. What you call it? Big Bank Black. They a legend in the streets. You hear me? Like, name ring bells. I can say that. Name ring bells. He can make shit happen for you in the music industry too. He another one with music industry ties like a motherfucker, but you know what I'm saying? He tried to give back to the streets. They all try to give back to the streets. They all come from the streets, you know what I'm saying? They know what's happening. They really know what's happening. You hear me? I really look up to the Big Facts podcast, like, you know what I'm saying? As big brothers, you know what I'm saying? As like a big brother type program. You know what I'm saying? I would recommend young niggas to watch that show if they looking for some direction. You know what I'm saying? They looking at how to get out the shit. You hear me? You could just tune in and watch the stories and listen to your favorite entertainers from a lot of places in showbiz to give you they give you their testimony. You hear me? But I say that to say, like, man, I say that to say, man, we done took speaking facts to a whole nother fucking level. Like, now we on this bit. Now we in songs snitching on ourselves as a culture, not as a particular rapper or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you point out one rapper, you gotta point out everybody in music on certain shit too. That's what I hate about this whole kind of negative coverage that black entertainers are getting. You hear me? Because you like my mom was just talking about it like before I got on the mic. You hear me? Like, you got motherfuckers from other genres and music talking about way worse shit, like in real time. You know what I'm saying? But because we don't listen to that type of shit and that shit go over our heads, you hear me? They passing that shit more, and then when it come down to the black rapper, that can't that whatever they talking about, that can't get ignored. That whenever that black entertainer talking about, that can't get ignored for some reason, or it gets taken abruptly the wrong way, and dumb shit happens. You hear me? And you can't and you can't put a finger on how a motherfucker died out the blue. You hear me? I'm not saying it just only happens to black entertainers, but it seems to happen more and more and more with them every day. Like just like take today for example, we all still trying to wrap our fucking head around Lil Keed dying. And as you take that moment, go back to what I just said a few seconds ago. You hear me? Like like the coverage get far worse when it's dealing with a black rapper having to be held accountable for what they say in their music, but a lot of these motherfucking people from other genres don't get held nearly to the same standard, and they talk way worse shit. And they been the ones themselves been involved in the shit. You hear me? But the rapper, you could just rap and then you still get in trouble. It's like, god damn. And even if you don't get no time in jail, you hear me? Even if you ain't the one who done nothing, they still gonna try to like find a reason to say, well, fuck, his music is at fault for why this is happening. They gon' instead of it's like back then they used to just blame rappers. Now they really charging the rapper with this shit now. Like basically, like, and as a young fan, what I was trying to say before in my last video that got cut short, nigga, when Pac died, I started looking at a whole lot of rap differently. Like shit was finna, like some shit was finna, like the rap game was gonna get funky. Like shit was finna get funky. Like as years went on to where we at right now with this shit. You hear me? When niggas spoke facts back then, you hear me? It's rappers still had a fucking responsibility not to incriminate certain things about certain people in these certain events. You hear me? Like they'll talk about something that happened, but they not gonna mention names. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't mention names. Like if they was to like get on that kick and tell you about this one story in the gang on a gangster record, they'll tell you about somebody got sprayed up or a nigga stood over a nigga, let him have a whole clip, but they wasn't like giving out the exact location of where it happened or who it was that could have been behind it. They wasn't doing all that. Even if they ain't had nothing to do with they, cause they just know one thing, nigga. I'm just a rapper. You hear me? Like I ain't in the streets, you know. And rappers, you know, they duty was to like serve it to us raw, like in the '90s. Like they was giving it to us too. They was too real with us. They kept it too real, and they got a lot of flack from the media for that, for keeping it too real with us on these records. And we was fucking with that, even as a 7-year old child back then. Like we was rocking with that. You hear me? Like we was just liking the songs. You know what I'm saying? We was just bopping our heads like, cause the song was actually dope. Like I'm pretty sure my mama knew what to listen for. You know what I'm saying? Cause sometimes, like I said, we wouldn't be paying attention. We'd just be bopping our heads. You hear me? Shit. Nowadays, I be listening for what not to hear. You know what I'm saying? Or what I shouldn't get into. Nowadays, I gotta be careful what I'm listening to. Cause niggas will say some weird ass shit. I ain't even talking about no street shit. Niggas just say some weird ass shit. You gotta watch some of these rappers. But anyway, point being, like music came with a message. Nah, niggas out here snitching. Talk like, you know, rapping about real time events. Like, you know what I'm saying? And some of them wisened up. Some of them really didn't know the direction they was taking what they was taking their music until they started getting slaps on the wrist. Like, all right now. So the smart ones get it. They ain't get in trouble no more. They little trouble is a little different now. Like, but some of these other niggas self snitching and incriminating is boosting their record sales. The labels want that shit. You hear me? The labels want them niggas to get on that snitching. They want you to get on that bitch snitching. They want you to get on that bitch snitching, just like snitching on yourself, like, and the shit's so fucking weird, right? But the shit's so fucking weird, right? Like, you don't have to feel like you gotta like fit in. Like, if you're a fan fucking with the industry, if you're a fan fucking with the music, you don't want to feel like you gotta do shit like with the shit you hear in these records today. They feel like you gotta fit in. Cause believe you me, our parents were different. They didn't give a fuck. We was gonna wear what they bought. And that was that. So I kind of had to try to break my pride early. You hear me? Like, I wanted to wear the Air Force Ones and all that shit too. But my mom wasn't gonna break her pockets for that. You hear me? And I understood that. But what I'm saying is, even with all those restrictions in place coming up, you hear me? Like, the music never, like, I never allowed the music to like control my next move or my next several moves, like what I was gonna do about whatever. The music never set that tone. I never allowed the rap music to set that kind of tone for me in my life. Like, if anything, I dictated my next move. My mama dictated my next move, not rap music, because I knew the type of music I was listening to. Like, hell no. But these niggas today, but the average fan today, they trying to do all this shit that these rappers talking about, and a lot of them niggas lying in their shit too. You hear me? It's a lot of truth in what they talking about, but it's a lot of lying in it too. Like, they'll try to paint the picture as they the big dog. You hear me? But then when it's time to be a big dog, like Young Thug, like he said that shit on $1 million worth of game. He said stay gangster, nigga. You hear me? That's the truth. That man say stay gangster. So so far, it sound like he's saying gangster. Like he living up to what he's saying. That wasn't no rap shit. That was real shit. Like, he said that. That wasn't on no record. He said that shit on $1 million worth again. Stay gangster, nigga. When Wilder was telling, giving a message to the youth, listening to the program, and that's in the studio, listening to him. And Thug came right behind him, was like, bitch, stay gangster. Like, Thug knew what the fuck was going on even then. I think Wallow did too. Crazy enough as it sounds, I don't think he knew that much. But I'm thinking Wallow just like, he not a dumb nigga. Like, he a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? He know what's happening out here. That man did 20 for a robbery. And that man did 20 for armed robbery. So he know what the fuck he talking about. Him and Gil came up, allegedly they came up shaking niggas' pockets in the streets of Philly. Taking niggas' snack money and shit. You hear me? I just say that. When they was young niggas running around taking niggas' snack money and shit. You hear me? Running up on them, strong arming them out of snack money. But shout out to Gil. But I'm gonna get to him next. You hear me? But I'm still on I'm still on this I'm still on this here rap kick and how fans today be taking that fucking music too literally. It's a dose of them taking it too literally and the rappers being too literal with the real time events and songs. They just make it sound good so we bop. You hear me? But and all in all, you snitching. You straight up fuck snitching, you straight up ratting on these records like ain't no more ain't like and I guess with the police, hip hop cops, feds, what they all trying to prove, with law enforcement trying to prove to rappers now. Man, it's time for y'all to start living up to what y'all saying now. Cause and they trying to prove this, but what I don't like about the law enforcement with the point they trying to prove, they prove the point. They try to prove a point they try to prove the point that that made them look good in the media, and the rapper they going out to look bad in the media. And that shit is be a lot of that shit be so far beyond the truth. Like, cause remember they got charged for all this shit. Like, Thug and them got charged for what they got charged with. None of them been convicted for none of this shit. They been charged. So it's already fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you basically saying like I said earlier, the same shit you charging him with, you might as well charge everybody in show business with. You hear me? They all done shit to further something. They all done use their endeavors in the show business to push something forward. Like directly and indirectly. Or indirectly. Man, I'm telling you. And I'm gonna be back with a part two of this shit, you hear me? Real shit. Y'all stay tuned. I mean, a part three to this shit. I mean, a part three to this shit, you hear me? Y'all stay tuned, you hear me? That Joe's live.